been, traditionally the team that comes out on top with when they're going to out-discipline you, they're going to win. They're not going to be the fastest, the biggest, the strongest, but they're just disciplined. And when they play their game and they get the other team to not play, the way they should be playing, they're going to be the ones on top.
All right, I want to hear something from one of the players. They've been sitting around and eating the whole time. All right,
shout out to Brad.
John Christopher.
What's cracking?
All right, let's back up a little bit. All right, last year, a lot of improvement within the program. A lot of improvement. Playoff berth, and a lot of people who I probably, unless you were in Carlisle, people won't realize how close that game was against Wilson last year. Okay, then think about that. Then go to this year. As far as the offseason, talk about the difference in preparation as far as within the program the last couple of years compared to your freshman year.
Well, my freshman year we had a completely different offense, and just the whole vibe of the team was just completely different. But going into this year, I feel like we were just more advanced in what we were doing. Like last year when we first put in our offense, of course we were going to be slower in what we were doing, learning stuff. But this year we already had some guys back, so we already experienced what we were doing. We already knew the majority of our plays, so we already ahead of the game. So I just felt like this year we're just quicker and I don't know.
Is it safe to say that the overall team mentality has gone from I hope we win this game to I expect to win this game?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I've seen, as far as overall body language from everybody. Even, last year, and even this year, mechanically, it's just like everybody has a little, I'm not going to say that word that y'all like to use all the time. I'm not going to say it, but everybody has a confidence. Okay, what's that word that starts with the S? Swag. Yeah. Anyway,
Swagger.
Everybody has
swag.
I can start to see the confidence, and everything is contagious, whether it's good or bad. Negativity can be contagious. Confidence is contagious, and I'm starting to see that with this team right here. Mm-hmm. And personally, and I know what coaches do. This team can go a long way. I know it's still early in the season. Nobody outside of Carlisle may believe that, and that's fine. Because sooner or later, they're going to find out firsthand. Mm-hmm. But I think this team is capable of going a long way if they just continue to stay together, play for each other. I think if we do that, sky's the limit for this program. Definitely. Offensive line, got everybody back except one, which is our strength. And like I said last week, our quarterbacks they weren't hit. And it's not like Mechanicsburg wasn't trying. Our O-line did well, 221 yards rushing, 221 on the ground. That's great. If you can have 3+ in the air and 2 something on the ground, it's gonna be hard for anybody to beat us. But we got to maintain that aggression and that effort. So Redland, is a solid program. They play off the last couple of years just like us. They're not gonna give it to us. But we're just gonna have to maintain and play together. All right. Anybody got anything? Chucky, let me hear from you. Your thoughts.
I'm excited to play Redland. Ever since last year, I know it was a hard loss because we lost in basically the last few minutes of the game. I'm just excited to come out. Hopefully everyone can just play amazing on defense and offense. Defensively, I think we just need to really step it up compared to last game. Everyone needs to fill and contain, and everyone needs to play their part for us to win.
You have to be aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Now, having said that, we want to beat Redland, no doubt. We're going to go out there and leave it all in the field. But if things don't go the way that we want them to go, still got a whole bunch to play for. Okay, a lot to play for. And I'm also hearing words that I haven't heard from a Carlisle football team since I've been here. and it's championship. Okay? I mean, coming into this season, I mean, guys were putting in the work, talking about championships. And John, that's what I was asking you about about the mindset before. I mean, everybody talks about winning championships, but when Nate, when you look at this team, what is it that makes you think that if you guys continue to play, that the sky's the limit?
The tempo we come out with on the field offensively. We're a run team, like quick, get on the ball, run the next play, run the next play, run the next play with our no-huddle offense. Our tempo is there. When we'll tire teams down, we'll wear them down.
I feel like from what I see that, if times that you guys are like kind of getting tired and dragging down, doesn't it motivate you to look on the other side of the ball and you see it, those guys breathing hard, doesn't it like push you to have your second wind kick in, to see those guys over there like that?
Yeah, even before we get tired, if we break out like a long play and we're up to the ball and the defenders are just now getting across the ball by the time we already got our play, that especially just keeps you going. You just line up and you already know you're going to beat him. If you're just not getting across the ball, he's not even lined up.
We've been training for it all summer. That's been the emphasis, is tempo.
Coach, how important is tempo to this offense?
Tempo is very important. I think the one thing that we have this year that we didn't have last year is depth. And I really, truly, honestly believe that the depth is pushing one another to make that tempo even faster. You know what I mean? We have guys behind, the quote-unquote starters that are pushing constantly and gaining knowledge. And, we're at the point right now, week 2, where we can interchange multiple positions across the offense and not miss a beat. So that's the thing that we need to continue to work on. There are positions right now that, we don't have that number 2 guy is not at the point where he needs to be. So that's my point of emphasis during the week, is to get those guys up to speed. I really, truly, honestly believe that is going to continue to feed our tempo to get the guys on the other side of the ball just gas it while we're working.
Okay. And the other behind the scenes thing that people may not realize is your JV squad destroyed Canonsburg 41-0. Your freshman squad, you didn't have a freshman team last year. They look pretty good in scrimmages so far. They begin their season next week against Southwestern. How does it feel as a coach, to just stand back and look at the overall state of your program right now?
You can't help but look at all that. I preach to these guys day by day. We worry about tomorrow. Once we're done with the day, we'll worry about tomorrow. We'll worry about one game at a time. But you can't help but look at that future and see that, starting with that freshman class, with a 7th grader and 8th grader on that team, they're 30-some strong. They're learning our offense and defense, and they're playing together. And I was on the phone with Coach Augie, our JV head coach, on the way over here, and I said, you're going to have a great year this year, but are you not super excited about that group that's coming up next year and the guys that you'll have? Because the JV team right now consists of majority sophomores, and then there are select players that are brand new to football or have been away from the game for a while. So his job is to get those juniors and seniors that are playing some select reps down at JV to come up for varsity by midseason. But he has a majority core sophomore group that next year hopefully will be competing for varsity spots as juniors. But it's a system. We're cultivating these kids now, and we are, they're loving it. They're working hard together, and the program is truly looking like a program. So it is exciting.
And you're starting to see it now. I mean, last year we didn't have a that great program. The early success that these guys are having, and just to see the pride that they have, sitting back, watching the varsity on the field. I think it was probably 12, 13 ninth graders that came to the JV game Saturday. Guys are excited about seeing where they can be in the next year or the next 2 years. And it's a sense of pride, that it feels good to see. And that's what I was telling you, Nate. Confidence confidence, pride, everything is contagious.
And they're able to communicate Carlisle football across all three teams in the program. As you know, they can call out what play that was. You know, John scored on this. You know, Tyler scored on this.
Exactly.
Did you see that? And they want to talk about it, and that's exactly what we want.
And not just at the high school level, the Pee Wee, Pony, and Midget level
Yes.
as well is finally on board.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we got to give big kudos to Coach Oswald for coming down and setting that up and allowing that to happen. That's going to help not only his program, but it's going to help the entire community bring this thing together.
Yeah, I don't know of anywhere else I've seen or any other 10, 11-year-olds running a no-huddle offense. I mean, it's first time I saw it, I came out and I actually laughed. Dude, you know, it was like, what's funny? I'm like, look at this. I mean, you see these kids running around out here, and they're running the same thing. Anytime you can create an environment where you could take a 10-year-old and literally stick him in the same huddle, all right, in a varsity huddle, and he calls a play, and he knows where everybody's supposed to go because it's the same thing. This is how foundations are laid, you know, to have future success, the kind of expectations or successes that we expect here in Carlisle. All right, time is 7:43. We're going to take one more break on the Carlisle Sports Show on Sports Backer Radio.
Whoa, that thing fat, let's make a baby. Damn, come roll with me in my Mercedes. Hold up, I see they broke, I see they lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady. I'm in my brand new car, who wanna race? Oh, girl, you ain't come up on, so why you showing up? Never. I'm taking them shots on my partners, they loaded up. Man, on the low, all these thoughts be acting so material. Hold up, man, did you see her interior? Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, we making noise. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, we them boys. Hold up, we making noise. Hold up. We them boys.
All right, welcome back. Carlisle Sports Show on Carlisle Sports Backer Radio. Okay, I'm going to move on to the players. All right, I got a question for all of the players. We got Nate Barnes, John Christopher, Connor Hamilton, Tyler Green, Trey Powell. Chucking this is somewhere around here. Okay.
Eating pizza, I think.
He's still eating pizza. Okay. All right, Tyler, we're going to start with you. When you look at this team, all right, when you look at this team, think about all the hard work. Think about the fact that it's your senior season. Okay. What are your goals? What do you realistically believe this team is capable of?
Realistically, I believe that we can make